Alright, so here are 5 ways that you can avoid looking like a douchebag at a club. Let me preface with a given. You should probably wear something better than just a cardigan, a tank top, and gym shorts. So you should go from this to this. Maybe you want to try putting pants on first. Now that you've got your pants on, let's go on to make sure that you're not a douchebag while at the club. Tip number 1. While dancing, do not touch yourself. I don't care what you've had to drink. You look like an idiot and you are not as hot as you think you are. Exhibit A.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy got on something, something, oh yeah, something.
Was that sexy at all? No, it wasn't. And that's what it looks like. It looks like you're having your own little grope fest out there on the dance floor. When you're listening to music by yourself, like on your iPod, do you touch yourself like that? Do you just like, ooh, yeah? And I don't care if you have fucking like 30-pound titties. Don't do it. It's not hot. Tip number 2. The dance floor is not your own personal Motel 6. It's when those 2 people out there on the dance floor are doing a little something more than just grinding. It's that awkward moment when you look over and you're like, oh my god. I think they're having Exhibit B. That's gross, and I don't want your sex juices to come anywhere near me. Leads us to tip number 3. Know your personal space. I get it, you're at the club and you want to be having a good time. That's all good and well, but do not act like you're wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Exhibit C. This also applies to the ones that think that they can dance, but they really can't. You still look like a flailing, dying wildebeest. Or you might just end up punching someone in the face. Tip number 4 involves what I like to call the King of the Hill syndrome. Let me explain. Someone who has King of the Hill syndrome thinks that they own the club. They will elevate themselves above everybody else in the club, whether that be through a platform, an upper floor, and it usually ends up being something like this. Exhibit D. Yeah, I'm King of the Hill, woo! This makes you into an automatic douchebag because you're doing nothing besides doing this weird combination of a fist pump and a Nazi salute thing. Tip number 5. And if you ever do this, I will materialize right in front of you and punch you in the face. Dancing on the bar. I don't care if you think you're Paris Hilton, get the F down! There's this thing called a dance floor, it's for dancing. And there's this other thing called a bar, where you drink. Exhibit E.
We are who we are. Ooh, I'm Paris Hilton. Now I'm Beyonce. Ooh, la, la, la. Ooh, ooh.
Congratulations, you've just become a super douche. And you might have just shown someone your back. Quite possibly knocked over a few beers. You just knocked over my beer. What was that? I couldn't hear over the sound of how awesome I am. Well, you can't just be dancing on a bar. Who do you think you are? Paris Hilton? Okay. I think I just snorted a time bomb because I'm about to blow. Right. I'm gonna go now. Alright, so there you have it. If you don't do any of those 5 things, you can avoid looking like a douchebag in a club, so that's a good thing. And it's pretty late here now, so I'm gonna go to bed. So don't forget to like and subscribe and post comments, and I'll respond, and love y'all, and talk to you later. Kristen only wishes that she was this cool.